Today I'm going to talk about why you should stop diversifying. And I know that sounds a little bit counterintuitive because probably for all of your investing life, you've been told that you've got to diversify, spread your risks. And I understand the logic behind it, but I want to explain why I think it's actually false logic. So in the financial world, diversification is a risk management strategy with a particular definition. But I think we all know the meaning behind it. They say that if you put all your eggs in one basket, you're taking a massive risk because if that basket falls off the shelf the wrong way, then you haven't got anything in place to help you out in any other investment vehicle. But I'm saying that if you try and have one egg in every different little basket out there, you can't become an expert in those things. And the way to succeed is to become really good at something, to know more than the average person about that particular topic. And I want to show you exactly why I think that is the way to go. So a common thought is that most financial classes teach diversification as an effective way to manage risk. Besides the inherent systemic risk of investing, diversification protects you from most potential downsides of some investments by offsetting them with others. The only problem with this is that your upside is, by definition, average. Another way of looking at this is, say you've got $10,000 to invest. Do you want to put $10,000 into an investment that you know a lot about? Or do you want to put 1 penny into each of, I have to work it out now, is it a million investments? Because if you put 1 penny into a million investments, that's the same $10,000, then at best you're going to do the average of the economy. You might as well take a futures contract on the GDP of that economy. Which brings us to Warren Buffett's warning. He says using diversification as an investment strategy inherently admits that you are uneasy or unknowledgeable about your investments in the first place. As Warren Buffett says, diversification makes very little sense for anyone that knows what they're doing. Diversification is a protection against ignorance. Get smart about your investments, know more than the next person, and do better than average. Given all of this, you're probably wondering, okay, then what do I do? Well, here's a solution. A truly good investment is not a trendy one, but one that is protected from economic fluctuations over time. While Buffett has been successful at finding good businesses to invest in, a sector that is inherently more consistent is real estate. As long as people exist, buildings will be needed both to live in and to conduct commerce. All of us live somewhere. We live in a house or an apartment, or even if it's a camper van somewhere, we live somewhere and we conduct business all over the show. We go into the bank. I know a lot of people do online banking now, but you might go and see your dentist. You might go to your podiatrist. You go shopping and into a supermarket. So we use commercial real estate and we use residential real estate. They will always exist. The question is, do you want to be part of the ownership that owns these things and rents them out to others? The trick is to be able to focus on what you want to be good at. And in addition to Warren Buffett, others suggest a similar strategy of not diversifying. They say instead of trying to spread across different sectors, you focus or follow one course until successful. This suggests that you develop an area of expertise in your field until you are able to consistently perform. And by consistently perform, I mean you know this field so well that you can make decisions with confidence. And when you do that, you will do better than average consistently. Not perhaps every time, but remember, to do better than average, it just means that you have to have better average numbers. We all make mistakes. Sometimes deals don't go the way you expect them to do. But if you can do better than average, and the average in real estate is already pretty good, you're going to be humming along very nicely. I love this game of beating the average. And once you niche down, you will realize there are many ways to beat the average in any market. For example, with commercial real estate, there are 3 easy ways to do this. Number 1, you can find no money down financing. This is such a great thing to do, and you can do it with real estate in a way that you can't with any other investment. Number 2, find new creative uses for your buildings. I had a shop that was used as a thrift shop. They were paying $12 a square foot. The business wasn't going that well. They didn't want to renew the lease. Most people probably would have tried to talk the tenant into renewing the lease, but I happily let them out of it, and I got a coffee shop to move in there at $25 a foot. The rent more than doubled. The value of the building more than doubled. The third way that you can easily beat the average is to find value-add plays to attract better tenants. What can we do to this property to attract a better kind of tenant? And I've got some examples that I want to show you. In fact, there are so many things you can do to massively increase the value of a property. I thought I've got to talk about it. I made the claim, the bold claim, that there are 101 ways of massively increasing the value of your real estate without spending much money. And always one to put my money where my mouth is. I wrote a book on it. It's the longest title on Amazon. It's called exactly that, 101 Ways to Massively Increase the Value of Your Real Estate Without Spending Much Money. You've got simple ideas in there from as cheap as 69 cents, and that is changing a little 40-watt light bulb, which doesn't give out much light, with a 150-watt light bulb, or whatever the LED equivalent is now. It only costs 69 cents to upgrade the light bulb. But the value of doing that is great. The room looks bigger, brighter, fresher, cleaner. You'll get a tenant more easily. You'll sell the place more easily. And we do that right through to ideas that can generate $2 million. In fact, there's one idea in there that generated $2 million, but the cost of implementing it was only $20. And I know when you hear that, you'll say, that sounds too good to be true. But these things exist. And if you open your mind to possibilities, a whole new world opens up. That's why I say focus on something that you want to be really good at, and you can beat the average with style and alacrity. Hey there, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope there's something that you learned that you didn't know. If you did learn something new, please like and subscribe. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video.